Hello friends, welcome to a new watercolor tutorial. I am Vanidas Mangathil. In this tutorial we will make a crowd of figures from some random shapes. I will explain the process with details, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell notification so that you get notified for all my future videos. And I am planning to release few videos once in a week. That's the target. Okay, so let's get into the video. So I'm using a cold pressed watercolor paper. It's a small size and it is less than A4, and the idea is to generate a lot of random shapes by splashing colors on the paper. So I'll be taking some color mix. It doesn't matter what color it is. I mean, some grayish tone I am mixing, and I am splashing it onto the paper so that I get some shapes, some uncontrolled shapes. So the idea is to get as many uncontrolled sort of random shapes, some big, some small, and then we will observe this. So let us look at this and keep thinking, okay, so does it resemble like any figure? That is the idea. So I have taken off some of the unwanted colors, dots of colors. Now I am looking at these shapes and I am thinking, so does it really make does it look like some figure? So you can also pause your video and start thinking, can you convert these into some figures? So to get the random shapes, we did the splash. So often it is very difficult to make the figures from a planned shape or in a very planned approach. So by doing this kind of splashes and some random shapes, we are also trying to develop our creativity. Okay, so we are trying to think, look at the colors, the shapes, and decide, does it actually look like a figure, the shape of human figures. So I am trying to get some ideas, and as the ideas come, I am trying to execute it. So I am adding some darker dots for the hairs, for the head and for the hairs, and making some corrections on the way, so that my ideas are getting more clear. Actually, I am clarifying some of my ideas here. So at this point where I just did at the center, I thought there are three people there, and here I think somehow it feels that it looks like a person riding a motorbike, bicycle. So I'm just trying to suggest the idea of the bicycle there. Some corrections may be required. So the random shapes are just to trigger the ideas. If you need to alter it, please feel free to alter it. Another thing that I wanted to say you is that if you are following along, you will get totally different shapes. Okay, please don't try to make these kind of exactly the same shapes. You will get different shapes. So come out with different figures to match with the shapes that you got on your paper. Okay, don't try to copy this into your paper, because that is not the objective. The objective is to create your own ideas, to generate your own ideas, to improve your creativity. Okay, so this looks something like a lady in a sari, Indian attire. Okay, so at a time the ideas are not clear in a single go. I am keeping on enhancing my ideas, and I might also deviate from the initial idea I got. Depending upon the further touches, I might modify the shape, and I can even change the action and the suggestions. The idea is to generate your own ideas and to develop your creativity. Okay, now this looks like a lady walking away from us, and maybe she's holding something. Maybe I'm getting the idea that she may carry a trolley bag or something. Okay, this is not perfect. I know that this is not perfect, and the idea is not to make it perfect. Idea is to give some suggestions. Okay, let us keep working on other figures also, and let us make some. See, whatever shape that we have initially got, I am thinking that as the torso. Okay, so we keep adding head and maybe the legs and hands, the limbs basically, and create some illusion. Maybe some shadows will help here. So this could be some shadows, the horizontal lines, so that they are sort of connected to the ground. Okay, so this looks reasonably convincing now. Couple of people nearby, couple of people a little far away, and I can see here that the perspective is not that correct. There are some issues in the perspective, but I'm not going to correct the perspective now. The faraway people could have been little bit more smaller. Okay, and the person riding the bike could have been little bigger to match the perspective. But that our idea is to be able to create figures from imagination. So I think we are meeting it. Okay, so let us now add some faces with some thick orange paint. So here I am using Chinese calligraphy kind of brush, and see that the brush, any soft brush with a good point will be sufficient. But this particular brush, I liked it because I am getting good point and it is soft. If you're finding this video useful and informative, and if you're finding something to learn from this video, please do subscribe and press the bell notification. Please do share this video to your friends who wish to learn watercolors, particularly figures, and that will be of great support this channel, because I need to take a lot of effort in creating it and editing it and giving the explanation, etc. So your shares, your comments, your likes will be of great help to me. Right, so I think we are pretty much done with the figures, and if we want, we can give some additional touches to give some sense of completion. So what I can do here is I'm just defining some additional elements, maybe some trolley back here, so that her overall body position is kind of justified, and it is a little bit more interesting. I think this will do the job. I'm just splashing some water to create some texture if possible, and I think I'm just thinking, when I'm silent, I'm actually thinking what to do next. You can also stop at any point, and you can try to think what you would do if you were painting this. Okay, now I'm adding some lines, directional lines, to give a sense of depth. Okay, I think this is fair enough, and we are pretty much done with our explanation, our painting. We could do many other things, but I think I am reasonably done with this, and nothing much to do, in fact. See, this is a good way of practicing and developing your creativity, how you can find human figures in random shapes, and this will help you when you are painting your landscapes and your streetscapes, wherein you need a lot of suggestive action filled figures. Okay, so you may find it difficult to imagine figures if you don't practice it individually. So this will help in practicing such human figures painting. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me, and hope you have enjoyed this video. And as I mentioned earlier, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification. Please share your thoughts, your questions, as comments, and I will surely try to get back to you as early as possible. So once again, thank you very much for being with me, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.